Hello everyone, welcome to 9-inch Charge. Dan here again, and today we've got an update about Thondia, the Season of War. We're going to talk about incarnates and how they're going to work on the battlefield, what kind of effects they will have for your army, who can take them, how you can take them, and how many points they cost. All this information comes from belloflostsouls.net. It's a really fantastic blog, so I recommend you check it out. Hopefully it turns out to be true because it's really interesting, really exciting. I don't quite know how they got the jump on Warhammer community for this article, but let's check it out, and also I'll include a link in the description so you can go and read the article for yourself. And of course, as ever, just before we get into it, if you enjoy this video, please drop it a like. It really means a lot, helps people find the channel and helps us grow and helps us inform what kind of content we should be making in the future. And if you've been enjoying the content on the channel, and if you want to be kept up to date on what is happening in Season of War Thondia going forwards, make sure you're subscribed to the channel and you've clicked the bell icon, and that way you'll get notifications whenever we upload a video. Okay, so let's see how these incarnates work. So incarnates are not units, rather they are enhancements that friendly heroes can have bound to them. And each incarnate can only be bound to one hero, and one hero can only have one incarnate. You can't have multiples of them. They can't be bound to more than one hero, basically. And while they're bound to you, they're under your control. And as stated in the previous Warhammer community article, if your hero dies, then the bonding breaks and they go wild, and then they are hostile to friend and foe. They are included in your army instead of allies, so if you take one, you cannot take any other allies, but you can take one no matter how many allied points you are allowed. Okay, so what do we know about the rules of the incarnate? Well, the article says that they have different state levels, and they all start at state 2, and this can increase and drop for a variety of different reasons that are determined by the incarnate. The highest state is empowered, and the lowest state is destroyed. Now, they are treated as having 18 wounds for the purposes of rules that require a model to have wounds, but actually the way that they are slain is by making a special battle shock test using 3d6, and then they can lose a state, going all the way down to destroyed. That's the only way that it says that it works, so if an incarnate drops to 0, it's slain and removed from the battlefield, and if there's an ability that would cause the model to be slain outright, it isn't slain outright, it drops one of its states. The model states determine the range and power of its abilities. So let's have a look at the Cron Spine that we've already seen the model for. At its highest level, it can dish out 34 wounds and has some really nasty abilities. A wizard bound to it gets +1 to all magic rolls while it's in range, and it can bounce the all-out attack command to all friendly units within range rather than just one. It also has a debuff of -1 to all enemy wizards, and it can potentially devour endless spells. And devouring endless spells is another way that it can gain levels. And it does this through its unique monstrous rampage. I have to say, this sounds really cool. I really like the idea of powering it up and getting it up to the top level and having it unleash all these wounds. And also, it sounds a really good buff, to be honest, to your wizards. And that all-out attack command to all friendly units in range is really good. So it seems like something that you want to push up through the middle, and something that you're going to want to keep close to your units to make full benefit of these bonuses. But it can be a double-edged sword, because then if it goes wild, it's going to unleash those 34 wounds against your own army. So you definitely want to bind it to a hero that you don't think is going to die quite easily. And finally, it comes in at 400 points. This is high, but the articles on Battle Lost Souls suggest that it is well worth its points cost. Things that have stood out to me from the article are, one, that it can do a monstrous rampage, so will it have the monster keyword? I should think so, because being in Ghur, there's loads of monsters around, and if it's going to be the incarnate of Ghur, I think it definitely should carry that keyword, and it can do monstrous rampages, so this is something that I expect to see. And as we know, there's lots of benefits to getting monsters in your army and interacting with monsters on the battlefield in Age of Sigmar 3rd edition. So this is a good way to get monsters in for an army that doesn't have a lot, because now it's open to everyone. What I really want to see personally are different incarnates. So this is the incarnate of Beast. I want to know what the incarnate of Life, what the incarnate of Metal, what the incarnate of Shadow would look like. And then you could really start to theme them to your armies rather than to the Season of War. And I think that would be really cool going forward. I don't know how long it will take if they have to go through, multiple editions of Age of Sigmar and go through all the different realms to unlock all the different incarnates. I kind of hope they release a box of all the different kinds, like they did with Endless Spells when they first came out, where you had one from each realm. but we will have to wait and see. I think the other thing is, from the picture that's illustrated here, is the model is actually much bigger than I thought it was going to be, and it doesn't look so spindly in this image. It looks really big and looks like it has a lot of presence, and now I'm really looking forward to getting one. So that's all the news that we have for now. We'll wait and see what more comes out. As I said, make sure you like, make sure you're subscribed to get more news, and make sure you comment and let me know what you think of them. Is it something that you're looking forward to using? Do you already have an idea based on what we've heard here of good combos or things like that that you want to use it with? Make sure you check out Bella Lost Souls. This has been 9 Inch Charge, and I will catch you next time.